with another show. Very excited here. Well, Coach Prime has done it again. He has scored. He has picked up a major pickup, a young man who is blessed with skills, very talented. Now, one of the things I want to remind everybody, and Coach Prime has talked about this, is that he likes players that are versatile. He likes guys that can do a variety of things. Well, he picked up a receiver, a young man in the transfer portal. I think this is going to be a dynamic addition to the team because he is versatile, and I'm going to tell you how versatile he is. He's the number, I think, according to the reports out there, this is the number 16th ranked young man in the transfer portal. Let me put this up right here just so you guys can get a look at that. So when you look at this right here, these are all the schools. This was according to Rivals that he was looking at transferring to. This is a lot of schools. You got Washington, University of Kentucky, Michigan State, Michigan, Syracuse, Duke, Wisconsin, Stanford, USC, Ole Miss, Cal, Oklahoma State, Utah. Utah was the school that he particularly almost ended up transferring to, but Coach Prime and CU were able to flip him from Utah to come to CU. And according to Rivals, he's the 16th ranked player in the transfer portal, according to Rivals. And you know, there's Rivals, there's 24/7 Sports, there's On3 Sports. There's all these different platforms that rank these players coming in and out of high school. Okay, in terms of coming into the college ranks as they come out of high school. So this young man, Joseph Williams, let's give him up. Let's give this young man a clap, and a much needed clap, if you know what I mean. Let's go over here and give it to him right now. So I think this is going to be an excellent pickup for us, much indeed. Now, this is what he did in his freshman year when he was at Tulsa. And when he was at Tulsa as a freshman, he stands 6'2", so he's giving us some size. This is a big receiver with size, 6'2", 190 yards. Patrick Williams, what's going on? Good to see you here. Chuck Harris, thank you for being here. Warren, thank you for being here. Omega Red, we respect you all that are coming in. People will be coming in little by little. The video or the channel tends to get more views after the live stream is over. People like to watch the replay. But as a freshman, he had 30 receptions for 588 yards, 5 TDs with an average of 19.6. He's out of Arlington, Texas, He played for the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes, number 8. And this kid can catch some balls. He makes fantastic catches, as you see right here. Look at that. Look at that catch right there. A contested. This guy's trying to contest it, right? He's playing against the Cowboys, the team that we just destroyed in the Big 12. He's coming to the Big 12, obviously. And here's a more close-up look of this catch against this guy. So he can make the big catch. He can make the big tough catch in traffic. But what he has is he has speed, everybody. He adds a dimension of speed, and we're going to get into that as I continue to go down this road of showing you how Coach Prime, the players are coming. And this is the thing. There's going to be more guys coming. There's a little bit. There's a few guys that are moving their way to Colorado, like Joseph Williams, but there's going to be more. No. Joseph Williams, with the numbers that he put up as a freshman, when we talk about players that are committing to CU, let's put this receipt up here, right here. This was right off of Twitter, off of X, whatever we call it these days. But Tulsa wide receiver Joseph Williams has committed and signed. This is very key, y'all. Very key. He has signed with CU. Okay, the 6'2", 195-pound freshman Williams had 30 catches, what I talked about, for 588 yards, 5 TDs. This made him a top freshman playing in the American Athletic Conference, okay? This included a 100 yards TD games. He had 3 games in which he put up 100 yards receiving. You know what this made him? This made him the 2024 class in terms of freshmen. This made him a freshman All-American in the American Atlantic Conference. So he made all freshman first team. He had 3 games in which he had plus 100 yards. 5 TDs as a freshman. This is pretty good as a freshman. 30 catches as a freshman for 588 yards. That's just as a freshman. Now he transfers to Colorado. We got him for 3 years eligibility. However, we know that sometimes these players will transfer. It happens. Nakai Hill-Green has transferred. Looks like the latest reports is that he's transferring to Alabama. Alabama is bleeding players. So I need everybody to understand, even if CU loses players, there's other teams around the country that are losing players. Would you ever thought that a big-time program like Alabama would be bleeding players right now? That guys are leaving Alabama. And this is why Nakai Green was able to find a spot in Alabama, because they're bleeding players. Guys are leaving. And when these players leave, teams like CU can benefit. No doubt about it. They can take advantage of the situation. They can benefit. Okay? Let me tell you more about this young man and what he brings to the table. I really want to talk to you about this right here. So check this out, everybody. A 6'2", he weighs 6'2", as you know, 195 pounds. I've said that already. He brings the size and athleticism needed to contribute to both as a outside and a slot receiver. So what are they? This is what it's all about. He's versatile, y'all. So Coach Prime can play this young man both in the slot position. He can play the outside. He has the speed to get to the outside. What's going on, Texas two-step? God bless you as well. All of you, God bless you for being here tonight and watching the program. This young man has the speed to play inside the slot, outside. He's elusive. So he's going to be able to hurt people when he's in the slot because of his speed. You can line him up and have him run those go routes, whatever routes, slant routes, whatever routes they want to run with him. And this young man is going to have a field day in the offense that they've got for him to have a field day in, y'all. Let's continue here. So he's not only, he has this versatility, which will allow Colorado to deploy him in various formations. Very, very important to a Pat Shurmur offense, y'all. No doubt about it. Williams has the ability to line up across the field, giving the Buffs a flexibility and reliable weapon, which will be critical as they aim to stretch the field, because that's what their offense was all about, right? That's what CU's offense was all about, y'all. It was about stretching the field, getting the ball down the field. Deion Sanders had the strong arm to get the ball down the field. Shedeur, this is why Travis Hunter was so effective and what he did ultimately in winning the Heisman Trophy.
Tell the truth.
We just want to tell the truth tonight, and we definitely want to shame the devil with the truth, and there go Travis right there. Now, I know that there's been a lot of talk about Travis right now in his personal life. I'm not going there with the brother's personal life. That's his personal life to deal with. We're talking sports over here. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to respect the man's personal life. But the predication of CU's offense is spreading you out, getting the ball down the field. If you're going to get the ball down the field, because we know that Jimmy Horn Jr., who we're going to see him play, and thank God for Jimmy Horn Jr. that he's going to be able to play in the Alamo Bowl. Let's give that a clap. We're going to be able to see Jimmy Horn and all this talented guys that we have. Wester, I'm looking forward to it. Jimmy Horn is a guy who gave us great speed. And so losing him in the way we did during the season, here's Jimmy Horn right here. I wanted to put this up. There goes Jimmy Horn right there, junior. He's going to be back. Well, with him leaving as a senior now, and hopefully he'll be able to get a spot on a professional football team, we need another receiver that can give us speed. Now Jimmy Horn Jr. is a shorter receiver, but fast. But what we get out of Williams in replacement of Jimmy Horn Jr. as he gets ready to get himself prepared for the NFL is that we get a kid who's got bigger size and is also a speedy wide receiver, a guy who's got burst, a guy that's shifty, a guy that's versatile, that can run inside out, slot, or outside. And from what I understand, you could play him in the special teams. Didn't we have problems with our special teams? Coach Prime had Jimmy Horn Jr. occasionally doing what? Punt return, kickoff return. So now with this kid's ability, they can also put him. What's going on, brother? Make sure y'all check out Brandon Cole's Photographer. This brother has a great channel. I watched your latest video, my brother, where you were talking about how people who put messages in our videos and say things, and they don't know what is it that we do behind the scenes to prepare these videos and to prepare ourselves and the information that we put out. And you, as being someone who's a professional in the photograph business, this brother has beautiful channel. Y'all go check that brother out. That's in the chat room. I really dig what you were saying in that video, brother. So I give you kudos. And I appreciate you giving me support as always. We got Capital BG in the house. Thank you for coming over. Gear is here saying we've got big receivers covered now. That Williams commitment, if we bring in another receiver, it should be a short, explosive guy to compete with Isaiah and Gibson. Well, I'm going to put up the names of our receiving room, and the media. See, you know what? The mainstream media is a trip, y'all. The mainstream media makes you think that covers were bare, right? Now we know the secondary, they got to replace some players in the secondary because Shallow is leaving. Craig is going to be gone. Certain key guys. I told you before that I'm looking forward to this young man right here, Stoudemire. Carter Stoudemire is going to get his shot. Remember in the beginning of the year when Shallow got hurt and had his problems, they put him in as a starter in the safety, and he did a pretty good job, and then they kind of put him in packages when Shallow came back. Now he is finally going to show what he can do and have a chance to shine for the whole year going into 2025 college season. So I'm looking forward to what Carter Stoudemire is going to bring to the table, y'all. But getting back on point, and of course, Preston Hodge will not be returning because, once again, I believe he's a senior, so he will be no longer with us. So they definitely got to have to bring in some corners. They do got the young man Vickers, who I talked about not too long ago. Did a video the other night. Coach Prime still remains the Portal King, y'all. He still remains the Portal King. I want to clap that up. He still remains a key guy. But remember, I talked about this young man in my last video, Vickers, and how versatile he is. They could play him at safety. They could play him at cornerback. He's another guy who's 6'1", very shifty, has a lot of speed. Looks like he can play some man-to-man type coverage. Did not get a lot of playing time at Oklahoma because of their really big cornerback, defensive back room. So he's coming over with some good eligibility, a young player that's going to bring us, I think, a lot of versatility because that's what Coach Prime pretty much predicates his team on. And so we see that when we look at a young man like Joseph Williams and what he brings to the table. Now, here he is right here. I think this is when he was either coming out of high school at one of the camps. You know how they have these camps where the young men show their talent. Either this is at Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he's getting himself ready for a game, or this is a camp that he was part of. But the young man, 6'2", strong, and he's got class. Right here, Joseph Williams to enter the transfer portal, and he gives a thank you to Tulsa as he gets ready to leave, saying, first and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to God for without the guidance, I would not be where I am today. This is what he left them when he decided that he was going to flip and come over to CU. Now, originally, as I said earlier in this podcast, that originally Joseph Williams was going to sign, I believe, with Utah, but he flipped his commitment to Coach Prime. I'm sure Coach Prime got in his ear and said, look here, young man, you need to come over here to CU and see what we got cooking up. I'm sure Coach Prime was in the office. It's like you see him right there, talking his talk and doing his thing. And letting these young men know this is the place that you need to be because I'm not hard to find. And so I'm very excited about what this young man brings to the table. Let me also give you some other stats, some other information about this young man coming out of high school that I think should be recognized. And here is that big time catch that he made again that I think was sensational. Check this out. Before his collegiate career, everybody, Joseph Williams made a name for himself at Mansfield Summit High School, where he excelled on both. So he's versatile as well. He excelled on both sides of the football, y'all. He excelled offensively in high school. He excelled defensively in high school, okay? Now, this is what he left in high school as far as his total career. His career in high school included a 2,054 receiving yards, 35 touchdowns, along with standout performances on defense. Check this out. On defense, he totaled 31 yards, tackles, 3 interceptions, and 8 block kicks. As a two-way ability highlights his athleticism and his football IQ. This is how they scouted him when he came out of high school. Okay, Joseph Williams also competed in track and field, further underlining his speed and explosiveness. So we're getting a guy with speed, explosiveness, the whole 9 yards, y'all. We're getting some good talent here. Let me see what folks are saying in the chat room real quick before I go. Chuck Harris. Hey, Chuck Harris, I'm glad you're here, brother. Chuck Harris says, hey, chat room, get up the likes, family. Please, this channel is in the top 5 among the best platforms covering CU. Let's show our love. Hey, thank you for that, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me see. Gears said this. Brandon Cole's photographer says, Draylon Miller, Amari Miller. Yeah, let me put this up, brother. Amari Miller, let me put it up for you. I'm glad you put that up. You just beat me to the punch, brother. Here we go. Here go the list right here. Boom. Let's talk about it. So check this out. The receiving room at CU is not, no, the coffin or the shelves are not bare at CU. You got Amarion Miller. Now remember, and I said this, didn't I do a video? If you guys did not see that video, go on my channel when you have your time and look at my channel. I have a video entitled The Miller Brothers. I made a prediction that I believe that Amarion Miller and Draylon Miller are going to be very, 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 very dominant in their approach to how they play. Let me put Amarion Miller up here right now. Remember, he got hurt. Here's Draylon right here. These two guys to me, are the future. Draylon is like Debo in the NFL. He's a hybrid. What's going on, Ed Houston? Good to have you over here. Good to have you over here, brother. Let me, I'm going to mod up my man. I'm going to mod my man up, Brother Brandon Cole's photographer. And make sure you, brother, that y'all check his channel out. He's got a beautiful channel, beautiful women that he photographs. This brother is professional. The photographs, all the stuff that he does over there is just beautiful, beautiful models, very, very professional channel. Check him out. Welcome to the mod family, my brother. So Draylon is a Swiss Army knife, as you already know. Draylon can play both running back. They could put him in the slot. They can play him out probably outside. I mean, he could probably do some punt return. You could do anything with Draylon Miller because he's just that versatile, right? Well, then check this out. Amarion Miller right here. I'm putting him up here because these are the key guys that I think are going to stand. I think both these guys are going to show out, show up. And Maya, I'm glad to see you here, Maya. You said the Alamo Bowl, BYU. Yeah, they're playing BYU. I can't wait to watch it. I will be dropping a video either Wednesday night or Thursday night before Saturday's Alamo Bowl, just to let you guys know what's going on. I'm going to drop a video where I'm going to do a deep dive on BYU, their players, what we need to watch out for, just like everybody else, a pregame show. And then hopefully on Saturday night after they win that game, I'll be going live to celebrate with you all live on social media. So Brandon Johnson, glad to see you over here. Pretty Minnie, glad to see you over here. Thank you. But this is what I want to say. These two guys, I'm going to say it. These two guys, I think, are the future of what this team is going to be able to do going into next year. But not to underestimate the other talent that's on this team. When you talk about Amarion Miller, who I just talked about, now Joseph Williams with his explosive speed and ability. And I just read to you his resume coming out of high school, what he did as just a freshman in the American Atlantic Conference, where he was all freshman of the year with 588 yards receiving, 30 receptions. And he had some games where he went over 300 yards or he went 400 yards in 3 games, 5 touchdowns. And when he was in high school, he played both defense and offense, and he can play inside the slot and outside. Once again, this is what Coach Prime recruits. This is what he looks for. He looks for versatility. Versatility definitely can make you a dominant team. It creates a mismatch for the other teams that are out there when they're playing against you. Now, I talked about Draylon Miller, but we can't forget about this other young man that he recruited, who was a highly recruited young man, and that's Cam. K-A-M, that's Cam on the list. And then y'all talked about Isaiah. He's number 5, right? Quentin Gibson. Don't sleep on Quentin Gibson. Don't sleep on Cornell X. That young man, I did a video on Cornell X. Cornell X is explosive. Then we got Adrian Wilson. Adrian Wilson in the fold. Timmons is in the fold. So we've got, as you see on this list here, 1 through 9, we've got 9 young, phenom, ready to get it going receivers for next year. So there's nothing for us to be concerned about. Yeah, we lost Travis Hunter. He going to the NFL. God bless him. Yes, we don't have Jimmy Horn. He's going to be working himself to get into the draft. But we've got some young men on this list that I got up here who are going to be explosive. And these young men have been sitting behind the scenes waiting for their turn. There's going to be a lot of competition come this spring. We might see the best competition that we've seen in a while with these young men. I'm curious to see. Right now, I can tell you right now that Amarion Miller is probably going to be a number 1 receiver. Joseph Williams, he's going to be a number 2 or number 1. Draylon, they can put Draylon in the slot. we'll see what they're going to do, but I think the possibilities are skies to the limit.
Tell the truth.
Skies to the limit. Let me further show you what this young man can do. I got some video for you to watch. I thank you, Maya, for coming in. She says, I wonder if Coach is going to play Juju Lewis in the upcoming game. I don't know because as far as we know that Shedeur obviously is going to be playing. Now, it depends on how the score works out. Coach Prime said that all the guys that are on the team, except for those that have transferred, they're playing. That means Travis is playing, obviously. Obviously, Shiloh is playing. Craig is playing as well, right? We're going to see them do their thing for the last time together, right? Stoudemire, I want to see what he does in that game. We know that, here we go. Shedeur, there he is. Shadeur's playing. Now, if they blow this team out, if they blow BYU out, maybe they could play him. But I don't think that Juju can play. I think they're only allowed. Tell me if I'm wrong or right, everybody. The players like Juju who have committed to CU, I think they're only allowed to practice with the team. I don't think they're allowed to actually play in the game. I don't think I've ever heard of that happening. If I'm wrong, someone in the chat room, please correct me. But I don't think he's going to be able to play into next year. And our receiving core might get even more interesting. Let me remind you of something, too. As I get ready to play, let me go ahead and just play this video of this young man doing his thing and showing you what he is made of. Come on and check this out, y'all. Check this out.
Be that vocal leader of this defense.
Laga, they do have to throw it to the end zone. Was that?
So you can see right there his ability to catch the ball in the corner side of the end zone. What I've noticed about him, he's not only a fast receiver, but he can catch really tough balls in traffic. Continue to watch, y'all.
Catch made in
my goodness.
It was.
Zubin, thank you. Shot to the end zone.
Boom. He has this ability to jump in the air like this, y'all. Because on that video, you're seeing the same technique, and here he is close up. You just saw him jump in the air. Let's watch that part again. Check it out.
Zubin, thank you. Shot to the end zone.
Boom. Let's get that man a clap. Do you see what I'm talking about? He's got all the right stuff, y'all. Let's get back to some more.
He's made some big catches the last 2 weeks.
Laga goes back to him. Into the end.
Once again, damn it, have I said it or have I said it? We're getting a guy who's acrobatic in the air like Travis. I'm not saying he's Travis, but you're seeing highlights where this kid is 6 foot, all 6'2", 195 pounds of him, jumping up in the air, leaping, taking the ball away from the contested defensive cornerbacks trying to contest him from catching the ball. He's up in the air over leaping people. He's bringing that to CU, y'all. I want y'all to see this again. Here we go.
Made some big catches the last 2 weeks.
Laga goes back to him. Into the end zone.
Into the end zone, they said. Into the end zone, y'all. This is what Joseph Williams will be bringing the program. This is the talent that Coach Prime has brought into the program. I told you before, this young man, according to Rivals, is ranked the number 16th transfer portal talent. We're getting talent. Okay, I talked about my man Otis the other night, right? Otis is the defensive lineman who's coming to CU, right? He's the number 1 defensive prospect in the portal who is now signed with CU. Somebody said, let me see, they can't play or dress out yet. Right, thank you, Brother Brandon Coles, photographer. That's right, because check this out. You know, I've been around for a minute. I'm 55 years old. I've never heard, I never heard of any freshman or any recruit who commits to a team and they play in the boat. They can practice with the team, but I'm going to say this to Maya because I respect you, Maya. It would be cool if they could play and you could get a little preview of what Juju could. I think that would be cool if they let them play, especially if they blow this team out. I mean, it's going to be a competitive game between BYU and CU, but I want to see how CU matches up with BYU because all year BYU was the team with the best record overall in the Big 12. And I want to see how we match up with them. So we're going to get a chance to get a lot of Juju next season as he works out. But let's get back to what this young man brings to the table with his athleticism. Check this out some more.
And Tulsa.
They got the guy out of the pocket. He's going to look left. He's going to throw the fade to the end zone.
Once again, he keeps catching balls in tough spots. Watch.
They got the guy out of the pocket. He's going to look left. He's going to throw the fade to the end zone.
Did you just see what he just did, y'all? Did you see his tenacity? Did you see his ability, y'all, to... This is what he's bringing, and this is the thing that's scary. He did this in his freshman year at Tulsa. Now, I know that the American Athletic Conference isn't like a world beater conference, but it shows that he has athletic ability, he has agility, he knows how to control his body. It shows that he's got the most important thing I think a receiver has to have is he's got 10 fingers, and he's got 2 hands, and he can catch that ball under tough situations for his size, for his skill set. This is what he's bringing to CU. This is going to keep this receiving core, this deep ass room we got at CU. You see it right there. This deep receiving. Amarion Miller, Joseph Williams is a part of it. Draylon Miller, Cam, Isaiah, Quentin Gibson, Cornell X, Adrian Wilson, Timmons. This is excellent. But it doesn't stop there, y'all. Let's continue.
After play action, Rainbows to the boundary, and Williams putting up.
3-2-4. He's like, I've got that. The guy's trying to get this one downfield. What a catch!
Another! Oh my God! Oh my God! Woo! Woo! Did y'all see that catch? We got a good one. It don't matter what the competition is. If you can catch a football, you can catch a football, y'all. And if you can jump, leap, and you are versatile, and you can be dangerous in any league that you play in.
Tell the truth.
If y'all saw that incredible catch that I got excited over, because I'm excited about this young man signing with CU, put 7s in the chat room. I appreciate you all. This is bananas what he just did. Let's see what y'all saying in the chat room. And Alicia is in the house. I'm glad to see you here. Brother Brandon Johnson, tell me what y'all think about what y'all just seen. Brandon Johnson said, let's not sleep on Timmons. No, I'm not sleeping on him. Oh, no. I'm not sleeping on any of the other receivers. I'm just talking about this young man here. Some of the receivers that I put up on that list, I've done videos on guys like Cam and Draylon. I've done videos on these young men and Quan X and things of that nature. I'm just excited about what I just witnessed. And when you look at the film on this young man, he did this as a true freshman. If CU can keep him at CU for 3 years, continue developing him, get him around Terrell, T.O., get him around T.O., who had, T.O., the yellow jacket wearing receiver who played for my 49ers. Get him around somebody like T.O. who can groom him with the skills he already has. I think this is fantastic. How you doing, Alicia? How you doing, Ed? Ed Houston says, CU are going to make these boys crumble like Pie crust. Yes, brother. We've got Carolina Hood TV who says Prime talk about this, the other on his show. Fantastic. Yeah, because Coach Prime has if you guys haven't caught it, I think he has his own show he has a show on Prime, Amazon Prime or something of that nature. Check that show out. I'm going to be checking that show out myself. Maya says facts. QL says he stated in an interview earlier that he's a 210 pounds now. 195 was his high school weight. Thank you for that information. So he's gotten bigger and getting stronger. I think it's fantastic. So he's 200 you said 210 pounds. Okay. Hopefully having an extra weight on him makes him stronger, but I hope it doesn't take away his speed because as you guys know, speed kills. Leisha, good to see you, my sister. Let me see. We got low. We got low tone saying breaking a finger on your throwing hand is by definition bad. Juju. Yeah, we don't want Juju breaking it. We don't want him being busted up. Now, let me see here. Brother Brian says they are only allowed to practice. Right. Thank you, sir. Only allowed to practice. Brandon Cole's photographer said the same thing. Only can practice. They cannot start playing until next year. Is a reminder. Good to see you, Alicia said. Yeah, it's good to see you. We got Kenneth Paul. We got Brother Paul in the house. What's going on? All right. Paul said this, everybody. They need some, let me see, they need some cattle on the offensive line. They need some defensive linemen, most of all the running game, premier running back. Well, when you talk about the defensive line, let's not forget, Brother Paul, that they just picked up this young man right here, Otis, and they also have the other brother, Lightfoot, right? This young man right here out of Alabama, who I think is going to be dynamic. Here he is. And then there was Lightfoot, who came out of Fresno, defensive tackle out of Fresno, who came over. That doesn't mean that they're not going to have other guys. Here he is right here. Here go Lightfoot right here, right? He did a visit officially, and he has committed. So you got two big guys coming over in the trenches. Because really, and I said this in my other video when I talked about all these guys that they had picked up, that one of the problems with CU's defensive line is that they need some bigger dogs in the middle who can clog up the middle. And when you have defensive tackles that can clog up the middle, cause problems, cause issues, what happens is it allows linebackers to roam more freely in the secondary, more freely when it comes to blitzing, hitting the gaps, putting pressure on the quarterback, covering tight ends, the whole 9 yard, when you have defensive tackles that can control that middle, and particularly defensive tackles that can snuff the run, stop the run. I said that the young man Otis, from looking at film on Otis, that Otis has that ability. If you go on I played it on that video. Look at my last video that I did when you get a chance. If you haven't, this young man Otis on film has the ability to put pressure on the quarterback. He can blitz the quarterback, and he has ability to stop the run. And he's got a high motor, and he's high in his pursuit at getting to the oppositional player that he's trying to tackle. Now, didn't I say earlier that Alabama is bleeding a lot of talent? Guys are leaving Alabama for some reason. I don't know why. He's one of them that's leaving Alabama. So he's coming to the Big 12, and he's bringing big-time SEC skill set to this team. So I think things are going to be up and up for CU. Things can only get better. And getting this young man here, who, as you said, he's 210 pounds now at 6'2", this could only mean sky is the limit. Sky's the limit. I mean, with the coaching that he's going to get, that Travis Hunter got. Remember, the reason why Travis Hunter is a Heisman Trophy winner, y'all, is not only because of his great talent and attitude, but because Travis Hunter has coaches like Prime who put him in the right situation with those position coaches at CU. They all put him in a position to be successful, to do what he did, and that's to win the Heisman Trophy again. And don't forget that I said in my last video that I did prior to this video that not only is Travis Hunter a great player, a great Heisman winner, but he also just this week was named All Academic American, y'all. Keep that in mind. He won the Heisman Trophy for his athletic ability, but he also has been named to the All Academic American team. That's incredible. I want to just say that again because I said it in my other video, but I want to emphasize this because it shows you that he's not only a great athlete, but he's a great mind academically as he proved himself academically, y'all. So this is, once again, another clap.
Tell the truth.
Another thing that we don't want to sleep on. Remember in my last video, I talked about this young man right here, Jonte Cooks, wide receiver from Texas. I don't know if he's already signed with someone else, but he was one of the guys that they said that CU had to target. Remember in my other video, it was put out there in the media that Colorado's 6 top targets in 2024-2025 transfer portal was Jonte Cooks, wide receiver, Michael Hudson, Kevin, who is a wide receiver out of North Carolina State, Joseph Williams, who they now have Joseph Williams, Lightfoot, defensive tackle out of Fresno State. So 2 of the 6 guys that they needed to target, they got him. They got the young man, Lightfoot. They got the young man, Joseph Williams. But remember I told you in that other video about this young man right here. We're talking about Caden Salters. Salters is going to be in Boulder. He's going to be practicing, but he's going to be adding to competition between him. I'm going to say it again. There will be competition between him and Juju. And I think it's good to have somebody that can push Juju to make Juju better than what he is and get Juju in the mind frame that he's going to compete for a job. If he doesn't get the job, he can learn from Salters, because Salters, as I said before, is a guy who has over 4,000 yards throwing in the short time that he was playing at Liberty. So I think this is going to be great competition. The young man can only get better depending whoever starts. We'll see how this whole thing plays itself out. But this is the key. This is the good thing about Salters being in Colorado. In the other video, I'm going to emphasize this and repeat this again. He has a relationship with who? Jonte Cooks, wide receiver. Jonte Cooks sent a cryptic message in which he talked about the fact that CU having Salters in the fold could have an influence on Cooks wanting to come over and join the receiving corps. Now the receiving room is deep, okay, with a lot of young talent. I don't know if he's going to want to come over and compete in that room, but this is another talented young man who could possibly sign with us if he hasn't already signed with someone else, everybody. If you know of whether he has signed with another team, let us know in the chat room. Put it out there. Brian Johnson says Cook has some baggage, allegedly. That's awesome. Congratulations. Ed says, welcome to all the new subscribers. Yeah, welcome everybody that came over and subscribed. Thank you. The channel is growing, everybody. The channel is growing. Make sure that you follow me on the Facebook page. We've got about 86,000 people who love the Facebook page. And then they watch. So check me out over there. Check me out on Blue Sky. If you haven't signed up for Blue Sky yet, check me out on Twitter or X or whatever we call it, all under the name and banner of Prime Sports Media. I appreciate you. I've got some more that I want to bring to your attention, but while I do that, let's step for this commercial introduction right here. And that is, I want to say thank you for watching tonight. Like and comment, subscribe, get the likes up, share this video in your social media, share this video in your Facebook, your X or Twitter, share this video in any type of community pages where you have people maybe on Facebook who follow CU, they like what's happening with Coach Prime and the players, and they want to have updates like this about new players coming in. Go ahead and do that if you can. I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Subscribe, share, and all your social media. Tell people about the channel. If you got a channel of your own, put it in a community tab and make it do and make it do. Let's give some respect to Pat Shermer, who did a good job this year in coaching. I think Coach Phil, the offensive line coach, did a great job. I suspect that this coaching staff is going to get better and grow because remember, Robert Livingston is a professional football coach in the NFL, came over. He was one of the defensive position coaches with the Cincinnati Bengals. So as a professional, a guy who comes from the NFL, they got to get used. And even Pat Shermer said this, that he had to get used to how things work in college football with the hash marks and all that sort of stuff. So I suspect that Pat and Robert Livingston, are going to get better. Let's not sleep on someone like Brother Lewis, the defensive line coach. He's going to get better, getting used to what the college game is about going into next year. And one of our most inspirational guys and analysts, y'all know him as Warren Sapp.
Tell the truth.
They're going to get better. They're going to improve. It's going to come down to that to improve. And that go Shador. And you know he's going to be doing a lot of this working out and preparing himself for the NFL Combine. I can't wait to see how Travis and Shador do at the NFL Combine. I will be doing videos reporting on what they're doing at the Combine, like how well that they did, I'm going to be following the Combine with those two brothers in particular or any players from CU and giving you live reports, if not uploaded videos about their progress. And then we got to give credit to Coach Prime and everything that he's done to get this program back on track. To the haters out there, we don't care about y'all. Y'all don't matter.
Tell the truth.
We don't see y'all around when we're winning, but you come around if things go bad, then y'all want to bring your raggedy butts over here when things go bad. So with that said, I think that this has been a great year. They're going to play in the Alamo Bowl, as you know, against BYU. And as I said, I will be bringing you a breakdown of the players, all the sort of stuff. I'm going to be talking about that. I'll do a pregame show probably Wednesday or Thursday night. We'll see how it works. I'm going to try to do it Thursday or Wednesday, whichever day I can. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do the pregame show on Tuesday, Christmas Eve, because I'll be home a little bit earlier. I'll have more time to go maybe live a little bit earlier. So I'll try to prepare something for maybe Tuesday. If it doesn't happen Tuesday night or Tuesday day, then we'll go with Thursday. But I'm going to try to shoot for Christmas Eve and go early if I can and broadcast, because I know you're going to be with your families and what have you. But I'm really excited about this young man, Joseph Williams. We should all be excited because of what he brings to the table. And then we have this right here. Let me put myself back up over here. We've got, once again, the Alamo Bowl that's coming your way on Saturday, December 28th. I think it's a 5:30 or 5:30 p.m. game. San Antonio, Texas. They're going to, it's going to be live on TV. We're going to all be enjoying. I'm going to be popping my popcorn for that and getting my hot wings together. I hope you are too.
Tell the truth.
There's something else I wanted to bring up before I get ready to end the program. Is there something else I wanted to bring up? I feel like I've done all I can do on this subject matter. And once again, look at this receiving room. Again, look at those names on there. I appreciate you all coming over. Let me do this. now that I've given my presentation, let's go back into the chat room and see what you all, how you doing, Shirley? Good to see you here. And we got Ed in the house. We got brother 1954 in the house. And let me see what the brother is saying right here. I just subscribed. Love how you get to the point without a bunch of filler fluff. Thank you, brother. Yeah, you got me laughing now. Hey. Brother, thank you, sir. Much respect to you. This is how we do the show over here. I try to be professional. But we have a good time over here. Thank you for subscribing and being a part of this family over here. But check this out. Just want to let you know that I get along and love the other content creators. I love Big Dog Chico. We were supposed to be doing videos together, and I just haven't had time on the nights that we were supposed to do. I just haven't had time. I'm going to reach out to Big Dog Chico and see if we can squeeze in a video together. But I know he's been doing his thing. You see him with Uncle Neely. He's doing big things over there. I got respect for him. Dave Talk Buff is great. Life in Football. I love Life in Football. Still got to get him on the channel and have an interview with him. I really appreciate all the other content creators out there, all the Buff Media content out there. I love it all. I support the other channels as well. Even if I'm not in the chat room, I might just be watching the video. You know, some people like to just watch the video. Maybe they don't want to be in the chat room. So I really appreciate what we're doing over here. And we got Pretty Minnie, and I just love that avatar. You looking good, sister. She says the Alamo Bowl will be airing on ABC Saturday, December 28th at 6:30 p.m. Thank you. I don't know why when I was looking at my, 6:30 p.m. Thank you for what you just said. Thank you, sister. Ed Houston has just come in the house. Ed, I seen you at hey, Ed, I got to tell you something, man, because I get around the YouTube streets because, you know, I got other channels and stuff that I do. And I know I seen you over there on 1950, Mr. 1950 channel. Yeah, I know that, brother. Actually, I'm a mod on this channel. And I know people have been talking about the personal life of Travis Hunter, but I'm not going to get into that over here because this is a sports channel. But yeah, but I know Mr. 1950. Yeah, he's a good brother. I think I saw you in his chat room when he had a premiere video. And I'm a mod on this channel. I know the brother very well. He's he got good content. You know, he gets into content about stuff that men can relate to. But good to see you over there. I saw you over there one day. I wasn't in the chat room, but I saw you, brother. I'm glad you came over. Ed said this. Ed is saying this. Ed said that we are balling out in 2025. You're right. Let me give you a clap for that. Let me see right here. Did you see Travis Hunter dunk? Yes. Yeah, Travis Hunter, man. This kid, you know what? Not kid, he's a young man. Check this out, everybody. I was what was I on? Was I on Facebook or YouTube? I saw some videos of Travis Hunter when he was in high school playing basketball. Like he was like, you could tell he was like maybe a sophomore or junior in high school. He's dunking the basketball like he Dr. J. He got a matter of fact, and then him and Travis Hunter. Did y'all see that? Did you see that video with Travis Hunter and Deion Sanders? I think they're at the basketball gym or arena at CU, and Travis Hunter turned around and threw the ball, and the ball went into the basket. Everybody was clapping and going crazy, and you saw Shador like, man, look at you. You can play basketball too. You can do it all. Let me see what my man 1954 said. He says, I'm 70. I watch and been a Prime fan. Sam Dallas in Atlanta. Yeah, you've been following Primes. Yeah, I've been following Coach Prime since he was at Florida, just like you. When he did his thing in Florida, when he came into the NFL. And remember when Spike Lee had a few things to say about Coach Prime, and then the young Coach Prime kind of like, pushed back on what he said because he was criticizing him because, he had the jerry curl and he had the chains and all that. He had the rings and all. He was young, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, you do your thing, right? And then you get mature, you grow out of certain stuff. But I go back with him. See, I'm a 49er fan, so he played for my 49ers. I used to see him. He was in the Bay Area. He was hanging out with Run DMC in Oakland and stuff like that. And I appreciate Coach Prime, his history, his background, and what he's done at CU and what he did at first of all, what he did at Jackson State. Remember, Jackson State, if I'm not mistaken, they just won the national HBC national championship. But remember, Coach Prime left them a great foundation prior to leaving. Of course, there were people that criticized him, but he left them in a better place than what they were. Okay? We can surely say that. Warrior X comes in and says this. Team Prime right here. Buff Soldier, Boss Goat, H-Town, loving it. Thank you.
Tell the truth.
Carolina TV said, Carolina Hood TV said, facts. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Ed Houston, the Prime effect, got Coach Belichick thinking that he can compete in college rank. Yeah, like check this out. You got these people talking about, Belichick is going to run a pro-style system at North Carolina. I've been saying this and saying this, everybody. Hear me out before I end the program. Other coaches and people are going to copy off of Prime because now Belichick comes in out of pros. I don't think that Belichick, one, has the personality, B, has the stamina to deal with college football and college players, and C, I don't think he's going to be able to deal with the fact that you're dealing with young men that are fickle who may commit to you, may decommit. Hell, look at what's happening at Alabama right now. They are bleeding players at Alabama. Shit, before you know it, all of us in the chat room, we going to be able to sign up to play for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide. Okay? Shit, where do we sign? I think I can play some receiver at my old age. I mean, you know, where do we sign? Where do we get our NIL money?
Tell the truth.
Oh, man, I'm just having a little fun, y'all. You know, we got to be able to enjoy these videos that we do, too, you know, as well as be serious about some of the stuff. Let's see. Shirley said this. Shirley says, yes, I saw them on a live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I'm going to get ready to get on out of here. Thank you again, brother 1954, D1954. I think Dino, thank you, brother. They all hate on different dudes. Yeah, that's true, sir. That's very true. What you're saying is very true. We're not going to deny that. That's very, very, very true. But everybody, I've taken up as much of your time that I should be taking up right now. Everybody have a great holiday. Tell someone that you love them. Please tell someone that you love them because we're not guaranteed the next day. Don't forget God's blessings. Bless someone in your family. Say your whatever. Just be very safe. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your time. My goal on Christmas Eve, if all goes well, because I'll have some time earlier in the day, is to hopefully put together a show, a pre-show for the Alamo Bowl game before they play on Saturday. That would be my wish to do. And then that Saturday when they win the game, because I'm very confident they can beat BYU, I will go live and celebrate with you all the big win in the Alamo Bowl. And I want them to win that game because of all the hard work that the players have put into it, the coaching staff, Coach Prime, all of you in supporting this program. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm humble, and we're going to do this again very, very soon, everybody. With that said, we're going to get ready to get on out of here. And you tell somebody again that you love them. I'm very excited about next year. Once again, that receiving room is going to be deep. But one of the things that we got to watch out for is that they really need to continue adding to the defensive line. But the secondary, they've got to get some more pieces to the puzzle for that secondary as well to add, because they are losing a lot of talented guys like Craig Shallow and folks of that nature. Preston. We're definitely going to have DJ McKinney. He's coming back. We're going to have him. He's another one of those guys that can do press coverage on your behind when he's covering you. But be on the lookout. There's more guys that are coming. And hell, if a new person, if a new brother, a young man signs with the team, I will do a video or something to break that down as well. So with that said, everybody, I want to say have a great night. Tell someone that you love them, and thank you again. Thank you again. Peace. Take care. This is Prime Sports Media, baby. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Hey. Hey. Baby. Hey. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
You've been listening to Prime Sports Media. Thank you, everybody.
tell the truth.
Tell the truth.